The wheels of the cart hit the airport floor when Argus, the dog German shepherd, suddenly freezes. Thessalon's shatters. He pulls on the leash, howls, then barks at her mother with her hand on her stomach. The heart from the lobby accelerates. The light, the cold flashes on the conveyor belts, the darkness, it weighs no. Ana Duarte, a police officer, feels the breath short of puppy turn alert. Something doesn't smell right. Barking becomes a bridge, protect, hope, faith. At every step, nobody understands why. The woman recoils with tears contained. Argus advances a little, a hero asking someone to listen. Ana Duarte was a police officer respected, but inside she carried a heart tired. Since the accident that took her husband's life, silence at home, it weighed more than my work vest. Only Argus, your dog partner, seemed to understand that empty. Every morning, before sunrise light, she ran her hand through his fur and said, "You're all I have left." There, between the duty and tolonelliness, a faith silent, a hope that beats not dark. And if this story touches your heart like the video, turn on notifications and follow our channel. Argus was a German shepherd. He was trained in drug detection, but possessed something the manual didn't teach: instinct. He felt the fear, the love, a loyalty in people, as if the spirithim talking to the souls that were passing by. Anna believed that destination, they had united. When she cried, the dog, he rested his snout on her knee. Insolence. There, in that connection between soul and loyalty, a new type of partnership was born. They weren't just police officer and dog. They were family trying to protect yourself from world. And that morning at the airport, the destination would put everything that existed to the test: love and faith between them. The airport was buzzing. Hurried passengers, loudspeakers, the smell of cafe and fuel no R. Una and Argus were on routine patrol. Nothing indicated their miracle, which was about to happen. But the dog, with ears pricked up and a fixed gaze, he began to tremble. The instinct had said something, a trace, a metallic smell, perhaps danger. Anna watched him with concern. "What is it, boy?" she whispered. But Argus didn't answer. He just stared at the pregnant woman at the boarding gate with the heart accelerated. The woman, in a flowered dress and walking slowly, seemed harmless. But the dog sniffed the mystery, something beneath the sweet perfume, something wrong. Anna hesitated. Duty dictated, "Do not disturb a pregnant woman." But the instinct, he shouted, "Trust him." It was at that moment that the dog high-latue, parting oscillants like a thunderclap. People turned around, startled. And Anna, with the heart in a tight spot, he decided to do what no other police officer would dare to do: follow the instinct of your friend. Argus advances 2 steps. The beat it echoes through the lobby, cutting through the air like a siren. Anna gripped the leash tightly, trying to restrain the dog, but she feels that something is about to happen. His gaze changes. It's not aggressive. It's alert, almost desperate. The surrounding crowd starts filming, whispering. The pregnant woman leans against the wall, breathless, her eyes brimming with tears. The silence. Between one bark and another, it sounds like the sound of destination, taking a deep breath. Inna kneels down, looks at her partner and whispers, "What are you trying to tell me, boy?" The dogget responds with a low groan and sniffs the ground, moving in circles. He follows the trail to the woman's purse, which vibrates slightly. One instinct, more than just training, takes over him. Something is wrong there. Pharaoh blends with the metallic smell of armor, maybe drugs. The heart Anna shoots back, but reason tries to deny it. She's pregnant. It can't be. Argus pulls again. The woman shouts, "Take that away! Dogs, stay away from me!" The crowd disperses. 2 security guards run, torn between protecting and preventing. Anna, conflicted, tries to explain, but no one wants to listen. The commander orders over the radio, "Move the animal away now." The instinct, however, hers, speaks louder. "Argus, show me." she murmurs, and the hero follow the scent, the tense tail, the heart pulsing like a drum. They arrive at a nearby trash can. The dog sniffs, growls, then scratches the metal. Anna approaches. Inside, a bundle wrapped in a baby blanket. The heart. She pauses for a moment. She opens it, trembling, and finds carefully sealed plastic packages. The chemical odor is unmistakable. Drugs. But why in the trash can, and not with the woman? A light. The light from the lobby is reflected on Anna's face, torn between the shock and to doubt. While she processes this, Argus starts barking again, now with renewed urgency. The woman tries to move away, but she staggers, one hand on her stomach, her face pale. Anna runs towards her, the heart torn between the law and compassion. "Madam, sit down, take a deep breath." Argus, restless, sniffs the ground, the air, then the hem of the dress. There, under the fabric, the instinct it captures something that nobody else sees. Suddenly the woman collapses. Silence. It comes back like a coup. Inna screams for help, the radio crackles, and the dog, he lies down beside her and licks her trembling hand. The bag falls, and a cracked cell phone rolls out, with a message lit up on the screen. "Delivery completed. Pick up the rest from the blue car." The woman's breathing weakens, the miracle still far away. But Argus doesn't move. He protects her, as if he knows that, love and to true, they were connected. The paramedics arrive. One of them tries to move the dog, but Anna prevents it. He'll stay. He knows what he's doing. Argus's gaze remains fixed on the woman's body, then slowly moves towards the parking lot. He pulls on the leash again, firmly, as if to say, "It's not over yet." Anna feels a shiver run up the back of her neck. The instinct, she screams, that's not wrong." The sun shines through the glass, casting long shadows on the floor. The dog follow the trail to the exit of service vehicles. Behind a blue van, the sound of an engine starting. Inna approaches slowly, weapon in hand, but the dog runs ahead, sniffing the bumper. An intense smell of drug escapes through a crack, and in the trunk, a sparkling detail. A child's bracelet with the name Sophia. Anna takes a deep breath. "Sophia," she murmurs. It was the same name tattooed on the pregnant woman's wrist. The heart Anna's hand tightens. Everything connects in seconds. The miracle. It wasn't apprehension, but a warning. The baby was at risk, and so was the mother. Argus had felt, or fear not, the blame. And while others saw suspicion, he saw Alma asking for help. In the parking lot, tension cuts through the air. The distant sound of sirens mingles with the beat Argus firm. Anna watches the other police officers arrive, their faces tense, their fingers on the trigger. "Did we find the source?" the lieutenant asks. "It seems so, but there's a woman involved and a baby on the way," Anna replies. Their silence, what follows, is more significant than words. Nobody believes that the dog, he must have sensed something beyond the obvious. He reacted to drugs, Duarte. It's animal instinct, nothing more than that, the superior insists. But Anna feels the heart tight. Something doesn't fit. The memory of the woman's eyes, full of fear and hope. He doesn't abandon her. Argus, uneasy, looks at the gate as if he wants to follow her. The instinct, it seems alive, breathing along with it. "There's something you're not seeing," Anna murmurs. Inside the ambulance, the woman murmurs the name Sophia before fainting. The paramedics exchange glances. The pressure drops. Time is running out. The silence, it is only broken by the engine accelerating towards the hospital. Anna watches from afar, her soul torn between duty and compassion. Argus leans against her, his snout wet, his eyes full of light. She takes a deep breath and decides she's going to follow that one. Heart, not the orders. As the police surround the blue car, they find the first package. 3 kilos, Duarte, case closed. But Argus sniffs again, scratching the back seat. There's more. The others laugh. He wants a promotion now? Anna feels the shiver. The hero. Don't make that mistake. With the fingernails, the dog tear open the ripped fabric, revealing a hidden compartment. Inside, an identity card. Anna picks it up and reads slowly, Maria Sofia Mendez, missing for 8 months. The destination of 2 lives crossing paths in the middle of chaos. The love and fear mingles in Anna's eyes. My God, this woman is not who they said she is. The radio crackles with orders. Duarte, hand the car over to the forensics team and return to base. But the instincts shout louder. She looks at Argus. He's already standing, tail perked up, his gaze pointing toward the exit. Thessalon's, between them, everything is said. To continue. They leave without permission, guided by something that seems faith, one hero 4-legged and with a soul seeking redemption. On the road, the wind beats strongly against the window. Anna feels the weight of the decision. Disobeying orders is crossing the line. But the heart, he doesn't shut up. Argus sniffs the air, howls, then rests his paw on the window. She understands. North direction. Between fear and hope accelerate. Suddenly the radio crackles again. Duarte, where is he? He's under investigation. She hangs up. Thessalon's. Now he is your only ally. Come on, kid. Just a little more. The dogget wags its tail, but its gaze remains serious, fixed on the horizon. Each breath feels like a silent prayer. The love theirs is the only map. They arrive at an abandoned warehouse near the highway. Argus growls, ears perked up, body on alert. A darkness. It's dense. It smells of dust and secrecy. Ana takes a deep breath and enters, flashlight in hand. The dogget guides the way, each step measured, each sound amplified. The miracle, it's still hidden there. Inside, stacked boxes and muffled voices. 2 men are arguing nervously. She should have arrived with the package. The heart Anna shoots back. She whispers, Stay with me, Argus. The dogget moves slowly, sniffing the air. A crack on the floor. Tension returns. One of the men turns around and the flashlight hits him squarely. Police! Anna shouts. The doglate, he runs, disarms the suspect with a leap. The other one runs away, stumbling among the boxes. Argus is chasing him, loyalty in each muscle. The love it becomes courage, the instinct justice. The struggle is brief. The fugitive tries to pull out a weapon, but the dogget's faster. Anna handcuffs him, breathing heavily. Who sent you? He asks firmly. The man hesitates, then whispers, She didn't know anything. She just wanted the baby back. Worse fesilence, what follows is a punch to the soul. Argus looks at her as if confirming the miracle. Anna understands. The woman was used. The drugs, the delivery, the plan, everything to free the kidnapped daughter. The heart, it hurts her, but it also brightens her up. Argus lies down beside the man, keeping him safe. Peace vigilante. A light. The light from the flashlight reflects in the eyes of Doug, almost human. The hero, he seems to understand what the world still doesn't understand. The sound of sirens is getting closer. They're going to blame us for this, kid, Anna says with a half smile, but Argus wags his tail, satisfied. The instinct he won, doubt once again. She hugs him, warm tears in her eyes. The love among them is the real one miracle of the night. The lieutenant arrives furious. You disobeyed direct orders. Anna lifts her chin. And I saved 2 lives. Argus stands by her side, steadfast. Protector. The colleagues look on, confused, torn between duty and admiration. A light. The blue of the vehicles paints a scene of redemption. The dogget raises its snout and howls, the sound of Trua releasing the air. That morning, the expert reports attempted to reduce the act to animal instinct. But those who saw it know it was faith. He was Alma. Argus felt what no one else noticed, the pain and the love from a mother in despair. Anna writes the report and adds, he only listened to what his heart told him to. Now Thessalon's, the police station is a burden, but it's a silence victorious. One hero truly, it doesn't need applause. Days later, the woman wakes up in the hospital. "Is my baby okay?" she asks in a weak voice. Anna smiles. "It is, thanks to him." She points to Argus lying at the edge of the bed. The doggy raises his ears and rests his snout on her hand. In the room, the love wins darkness. The story spreads. Headlines talk about the dog that saved a mother and daughter. But nobody knows how much it cost. The doubt, the risk, the faith blind in instinct. Anna refuses medals. She just wants peace. Argus gets what really matters, a family bigger, a loyalty he inspires, miracle he teaches. "Heroes," she says, "don't always wear uniforms." That night, back home, Anna unbuckles the leash and watches him run in the yard. The wind blows gently, alight. The moonlight traces its outline on the lawn. Argus stops, looks at her, and barks once, softly. She gets the message. Peace. The heart, she finally rests. The miracle, it wasn't the drugs, but what love can reveal. The silence, he returns. But now he is serene. Anna closes her eyes and gives thanks for that destination, by that thorough. The dog, he lies down at her feet, faithful as always. A faith and to hope they sow at night, stitch by stitch, the love that barking still echoes in the air, and the world seems for a moment a more light. The sun was beginning to rise when Anna was called back to the warehouse, now sealed off by forensics. The scene seemed calm, but something in its heart. He said that the story was not yet over. Argus stopped in front of the door and barked softly, ears perked up and breathing heavily. A light. The sunrise illuminated the ground, revealing small footprints that led to the bottom of the storage shed. Anna followed the trail, the flashlight trembling in her hand. The silent sight was absolute, as if the destinationess, if she were about to whisper a secret. Inside, among stacked boxes, something metallic gleamed. A children's necklace with the name Sophia engraved on a small gold plate. Anna swallowed hard, knelt down and picked it up. Argus began sniffing around, his snout moving quickly, his body tense. Suddenly he stopped in front of a wooden wall and growled. Anna realized there was something behind it. She hit it with the flashlight and heard a hollow sound. With a push, the wood shifted, revealing a small makeshift room. Old toys, a pink blanket, and photos of a smiling girl. The heart Anna squeezed the door. It was the hiding place where the child had been kept. The hero, he had taken the truth to the end, but what they would find now would change everything. On the table, a yellowed envelope. Inside, documents and a USB drive. Anna turned on the field computer and opened the file. Voice recordings, transactions, dates, and there was the name she didn't expect to see. The lieutenant of the corporation himself. A light. The reflection from the screen was reflected in her eyes, a mixture of anger and sadness. Argus growled softly, sniffing the scent of betrayal. The messages showed that the lieutenant was in charge of drug trafficking inside the airport. The pregnant woman had been blackmailed. They were going to use her baby as a bargaining chip to silence her. Everything fit together. The instinct Argus had sniffed out not drugs, but fear and injustice. Anna felt her throat tighten, the heart heavy, the air is thin. The hero, the four-legged creature, had unmasked the invisible enemy. The truth was before her, and now there was no turning back. She picked up the radio but hesitated. Reporting a superior meant risking everything: career, security, future. The silence, it lasted for several long seconds. Argus rested his snout on her hand, his gaze steady and calm. It was as if he were saying, "You already know what's right." And she knew, at that moment, that she would follow the heart. With the flash drive in my pocket and the faith with her chest pressed against it, she returned to the car. The vehicles surrounded the place, the lieutenant in the lead, a stern look on his face. "Did you find anything?" he asked, forcing a smile. Anna stared at him, the dog next to him, motionless, attentive. "Yes, I found it, and you'll want to see it." Argus growled. The air grew heavy, Thessalon's sharp. She handed the flash drive to the internal affairs agent who had just arrived. The lieutenant paled, took a step back, his breath short. Argus Latin, breaking the silence as if marking the beginning of justice. The recordings were played back right there. The sound of the lieutenant's own voice echoed in the warehouse. Eyes turned, and the truth illuminated the darkness. The man tried to run away, but Argus advanced. A precise leap, body in the air, the instinct in action. He knocked him down, holding him on the ground until his colleagues handcuffed the traitor. The crowd of police officers watched in shock. The dog, he had done what none of them dared. Anna took a deep breath, her eyes welling up with tears. A loyalty. He had overcome his fear. The pregnant woman, now awake in the hospital, watched the news on TV. Tears welled up when she heard the name Argus. She pressed her belly and whispered, "He saved us both." At that moment, a feeling of peace, he filled the room. The miracle. What had happened was not just the survival aspect, but the truth. A light always wins darkness, even when it takes a while to shine. Days later, Anna was summoned to the federal police headquarters. She walked with Argus beside her, her uniform clean, her gaze serene. Her colleagues applauded when she entered. The commander presented him with a new badge and a seal of honor, through courage, faith, and trust in the impossible. But Anna just looked at the dog and said, "He is the true one, hero." Argus wagged his rear end, ears perked up, and barked softly. In the auditorium, the sound echoed like a prayer. Theloveian to faith, that moment touched everyone. Anna smiled, her eyes shining beneath the light golden morning. She knew that destination, it was no coincidence. It was on purpose, the kind that only heart of a dog he understands. The courtroom was packed when the case was finally judged. Anna walked to the front with Argus beside her, his uniform impeccable, his gaze fixed. The cameras turned to Dog, now known throughout the country as a symbol of loyalty. The corrupt lieutenant kept his head down, handcuffed, the weight of guilt etched on his face. The judge described the crimes, and the audience listened, silence, with the heart tight. A light justice finally reached darkness, which had dominated for so long. When the verdict was read, the hall erupted in restrained applause. Argus remained motionless, his eyes fixed on Anna, as if he understood every word. The hero, he didn't need medals, just that peace. The pregnant woman, now a mother, held her daughter in her lap in the front row. She was crying, her tears reflecting gratitude and faith. That one miracle, he was alive, breathing before their eyes. After the trial, Anna went out into the courtyard, breathing in the fresh morning air. Argus lay down at his feet, exhausted but serene. "We did it, partner," she murmured. The wind ruffled her hair while the dog, she closed her eyes, feeling the love from the owner. A light, the sun bathed them both, like a silent blessing. It was the end of storm and the beginning of peace. In the days that followed, the story spread. Newspapers and TV programs kept repeating the same headline, "The dog that sniffed out the truth." But Anna knew it wasn't just a police case. It was a lesson about faith, instinct, and compassion. Argus had reminded everyone of the power of Almuth that protects, even when the world doubts. The destination, they had been brought together for something greater. During the award ceremony, Anna knelt before Argus. "It all started with your bark, remember?" Thidog, he tilted his head, as if to answer yes. The crowd laughed, moved. That simple gesture spoke louder than any speech. A loyalty had one darkness. Again. That evening back home, Anna looked at her husband's portrait on the wall. "You would have been proud of him," she whispered. Thessalon's. The silence in the room was broken by a light touch on the shoulder. Argus's paw. She smiled, tears slowly streaming down her face. "Yes, kid. Your family too." and the heart she found peace. In the following days, something changed inside her. Loneliness was replaced by a new feeling: hope. She signed up as an instructor at the police Canine Training Center. I wanted to teach others to trust in instinct, listening to what the silence try to say. Argus accompanied her, observing each new recruit with wise eyes. A faith. He was now an example for everyone. During a class, a young police officer asked, "How did you know he was right that day?" Anna thought for a moment and replied in a calm voice, "Because, love, he sees what human eyes cannot see." The group fell silent, absorbing every word. And Argus barked once, as if to put it finally over. One morning, Anna received a letter from the woman she had saved. "My daughter was born healthy, and we named her Sophia Anna, in honor of you and him." The heart Anna's became filled with light. She looked at Argus, who wagged his tail as if he understood the message. The miracle multiplied in lives. A faith, it really does leave tracks, and sometimes it has 4 legs. Time passed. Argus grew old, his snout turned grey, but his gaze remained the same. Anna took him for a walk every day at sunrise. They walked side by side, insolence, breathing the same peace which they had achieved together. No words were necessary. Alma, the two spoke through the wind, through the wagging tail, through love relax. And even with all these years, he was still the hero that destiny chose.